Hello guys and welcome to another episode of Real Anarchy. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, hit that bell button so you get notified every time we upload videos. Today we're going to be talking about the Warner Brothers Discovery overhaul of the DCEU. Please leave me a comment in the comment section what you guys think they should be doing, how they should be treating this IP, because they are very focused on making the DC IP a successful one, as big as Marvel. You guys already seen the Variety report, so I'm gonna touch upon a couple of points that actually I'm gonna use a Twitter a post that was posted by Eric Davis, and he touched upon a lot of things that I want to speak about. And one of the things that I want to speak about is before we even begin on this, is how bad we want this to work. This is not the first time that we had this happen, where we get people to come on board and sort of shake things up and give us a little bit of hope. At the same time, we get the rug pulled from under us and nothing happens. It happened when John Berg and Jeff Johns were sort of in charge of being the Kevin Feige of the Warner Brothers. And at the same time, when we got Jason Killard and you guys know the history, we've been historically bamboozled, we've been historically played, so we are in the side of caution when it comes to this kind of conversation, because this guy Zaslav, who's now the CEO, he giving us a lot of things that we want to hear. He's saying the right things, and I don't want to sort of fall into the same thing where we fell behind in the past. And since we've been burned so many times, we are being very careful. But at the same time, even though it gives me pause, it gives me hope if there is any truth to any of the reports where he wants to get somebody like Kevin Feige type, which to me, it feels like, okay, yes, we need that individual or individuals, or even a group of individuals to sort of bring this vision together. However, he said a couple of things that were very important and are glaring issue with Warner Brothers, and there's a lack of cohesiveness. Let's go over these little things and that, so that way we can get into it. And remember, guys, make sure to subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think, because another thing is that it's not listed here before. I keep saying that I'm gonna get into this, but one of the things I'm thinking about is the Snyderverse. How this Snyderverse is gonna play a part in this universe. I know we have the multiverse now being explored with the new Flash movie, but at the same time, are they planning to keep this keeping the door open and sort of restore the Snyderverse at one point? If you ask me, I know this is not a very popular thing. I will say reboot the whole thing up. You start from scratch and let's get it over with, because it feels like that a lot of these characters, yes, a lot of the characters do work. We have an amazing show with a Peacemaker, but I'm getting tired of the shadowy Superman, the shadowy Batman, or the ambiguous Justice League shots. I'm over it. I want to see something tangible moving forward, whether it is that you bring Henry Cavill, Superman, who's the perfect Superman, and if you want to continue a version of this universe using some of the current characters, or started from scratch. I know I'm all over the place, but at the same time, that's how it's been with this DC universe. It's just been all over the place, and there hasn't been a real clear-cut vision or a coherent storyline or a cohesive universe, if you will. All right, so Eric Davis, the first thing I said, Warner Brothers Discovery wants to overhaul DC Entertainment. Variety says they want a Kevin Feige type leader, and one of the things, yes, this is important to have somebody who's gonna have a clear-cut vision. They definitely need somebody or a group, like I said, to sort of craft this entire universe of what they want to do. I don't want them to have an idea where, okay, we're gonna have a Thanos enemy type, and then after that, what we're gonna do, because that's the thing that with Marvel, they did the Infinity War story, Infinity Endgame, and then after that, it's been consistently good, but that build up was always there, that thread was always there, and then it paid off beautifully because those two movies are amazing. But then after that, I don't know what direction they want to go into. I do not know, but I don't want to fall in the same path where we build up this level event individual like Darkseid, and then we destroy Darkseid, and then where do we go from there? I like the concept of them dealing with Darkseid multiple times, or that there's crisis events where they go and fight this big threat and then just go back into their own pocket universe and continue to do movies. Okay, so another thing they said, that DC lacks coherent. Yes, they lack a coherent creative and brand strategy, because look, one of the best things that happens with DC is that DC has the ability to create family-friendly content, and at the same time they can create Elseworlds content. They can, like the Batman. I like that the Batman is completely separate from the DCEU. I like that Joker. The Joker is completely disconnected. I want directors, directors, to come into the Warner Brothers DC studios, which I hope is something that they really consider, because creating a separate silo for a separate studio for just DC content, to me, it's like a no-brainer. So that way everything can reside within that studio, whether this is TV shows, streaming shows, or in the cinematic universe. So that way there's a cohesive universe, because right now they lack coherent, and that's the perfect word for it. The next thing that he says is that they want to revitalize characters like Superman. Listen, this is like from day one, this is something that Zack understood perfectly. I'm not saying Zack should be running the studio. I'm saying that him as a fan, and like we are, understand that the Trinity needs to be at the central at the center of this entire universe. You know, in Marvel got it right, and whether you have a problem with Marvel or not, the thing is that they got it right. They understood, hey, listen, we need to first set up this universe, and they're all gonna be center and focused around Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man. So they had the Trinity over there, and and the thing is that Warner Brothers and DC had never been able to sort of establish this, and they need to find a way to make this happen, whether it's with Henry or some. Yes, I know you guys don't like the idea, because to me, Henry is the perfect Superman, but they need to establish a Superman, whoever that is, and a Batman and a Wonder Woman. That Trinity need to be established. That is the core of the Justice League. Without it, you cannot really build a Justice League universe. Yes, you can reinvent the wheel, you can do new creative ideas, but it will feel a little bit hollow if you don't focus on those characters first. And I like to hear the leadership saying that they need to revitalize characters like Superman. They need to make Superman great again, and not that he wasn't great anyway before under Zack Snyder's vision. I thought he was perfect. It was perfectly cast. It was perfectly executed. It's just that people didn't like Zack Snyder stuff for whatever reason. To me, it's still one of the greatest take on the character. To me, is the greatest take on the character. They want more stuff like Joker, which makes sense, because that's one of the things that that Warner Brothers has. They have the ability to create all this other content that doesn't have to adhere to a specific DCEU and continuity, and that's something that they need to double down on that, so that way you could give us variety. They could give us more content and more stuff, and not get bored with whatever it is. Because there are some points where, even though I enjoy a lot of this Marvel stuff, there's sometimes I'm like, okay, I need to step away from this, because I don't need to know like everything that's happening. I'm enjoying, for instance, I don't think it's the greatest shows like everybody make it out to be, but Moon Knight, I'm enjoying the hell out of it, and I haven't seen one thing where it says, okay, I need to understand other shows in order for me to enjoy this. And that is something that I will want to see more from DC. My 2 cents, DC does need Kevin Feige to spearhead the coherent, fan-friendly strategy. Yes, a Kevin Feige type or a group or smart individuals to help deliver such vision. All right, so DC needs to strategically lean into what they have that the MCU does not, like the flexibility to go rated R for or non-friendly, family friendly. That is something that they know that they can do and execute way better than Marvel. Marvel is good. They listen. Trying to follow the Marvel formula has always been a bad idea. They have done perfectly. Can somebody else come around and say and do it better? Of course they can, but it has to be different, and that's one of the things I'm always thinking about. Okay, you can go darker, you can do comedy, but you have to be different from what they're doing. But I think they need to find a middle ground where it's enough to be familiar, so that way you can capture some of those Marvel fans and at the same time make it look like it's different enough for you to enjoy it and understand that you're watching something different. DC should do more to develop new voices, absolutely, and that's why I like the fact that they are doubling down on everything that Matt Reeves is proposing. I like that they are doubling down on everything that James Gunn is proposing. So having these new voices and having these new directors come in and say, hey, listen, I have this great idea with this more obscure characters. How about it? And having the studio saying, yes, give it up, try it out, put it on HBO Max. If they feel like it's gonna be profitable, let's put it on cinemas. Look what they're doing. They're putting out new voices by bringing Batgirl, by using now their newly announced Wonder Twins. They have Blue Beetle down the pike also. So having these smaller characters being developed and being part of this universe is strategically smart to put them in place, so that way they don't have to wait until the new wave or the younger wave or Justice Leaguers come around. They are already established and you know who they are, and they just can pick up the mantle. And unlike Marvel, who are working on doing the new Avengers, they have to introduce all these other characters one by one. We are ahead of the game, so I think they should double down in this idea, and that's why I see Wonder Twins. I'm like, okay, Wonder Twins, but what does that look like? We don't know, but I like the concept of then bringing new fresh blood into this universe. One last thing that he says on my let's see, on my 3 cents on my 3 cents, this is my last cent. Trust your filmmakers. Yes, absolutely. Just invest in their vision and invest in the right vision, no doubt, but also see it through. That is very, very, very important, that they don't give up. Like, whoever they put in place, if they find one person or a couple or a group of people to spearhead this universe, to be the Feige type or lay the foundation for this universe moving forward, do not give up on their idea. Because look, Marvel did Iron Man, they did Captain America, and they did Thor. And those, yes, the first Iron Man was very successful. And I feel, me personally, I don't think that the first Captain America hit the mark. The first Thor, it did very good. The second one kind of missed the mark, but they stayed the course. They made some minor changes, some adjustments, and listen, they trusted the process. Trust the process. This is like sports. You gotta trust the process. Let it run its course. Don't just start finding people not believing in this on this IP anymore because one movie didn't deliver. Just as long as it can deliver on a sense where it's profitable to a degree and there is a consumer interest, that's the things that you should be focusing. Then the money will come, then the success will come, because it took them a couple of years and a couple of movies for Marvels to be the monster that it is today. Let's see. Invest on Matt Reeves, yes. Kathy Yan, yeah. James Gunn, yes. Develop new voices. Be bold. We are in the multiverse now. It's all in the table. Yes, it is all in the table, and that is something that I do believe that it should be leaning heavy. They should be leaning heavy on this whole concept of the multiverse, where it's gonna allow them to create other movies outside of the DCEU, or name it whatever happened to DC Black, you know, where we're supposed to get other movies like after the Joker was a $45 million proposition and made $1 billion. So imagine how much money the studio made. That's why there's conversations about making a sequel. I hope they don't make a sequel. I'm in the minority here, I know, I understand that, but I would love to see other characters like Lex Luthor, Clayface. There's a plethora of characters that they can use to make to do this Black Label type of films. Warner Brothers understand, Warner Brothers Discovery, sorry, they understand that they are sitting in a gold mine. They understand that they have something that hasn't been really up to its full potential. This is a universe that has the most interesting, the best. I don't care what universe you are a fan of. You have dealing with the best. There's not a part of the universe where you don't go that you don't see that they know who Superman is, who's Wonder Woman or Batman, and not only that, we have the most intriguing and fascinating villains of all times. And you can ask Marvel fans who has the best villains. They will tell you themselves. DC has the best villains, so they know that they have limitless potential with the universe, and they need to focus heavily on it, because this is the biggest franchise. That is the reason why they purchased. They made this $45 billion acquisition. It's because they want a profit from it, and they understand. And I hope this is not just fan service. I hope they do understand that they are in at the verge of the biggest success they had as a studio, if they execute this and believe in the vision and believe in the creative. Guys, leave me a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think is gonna happen with established characters that are already there? Do you think they should start the whole thing from scratch? Do you think they should restore the Snyderverse and build it from there? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I will be making more videos like this from now on, so make sure you subscribe. Till next time, guys, peace.